Technology is an integral part of our lives. We use it every day, and it extends our access to information through things we can't even see. With technology surrounding us and growing at such a fast rate, knowledge of how to use this resource and stay safe in the meantime is imperative. Welcome to CyberSafe News and Views, where we answer questions and share information to keep you in the know and cyber safe.
Hello and welcome to CyberSafe News and Views. My name is Lee Frazier and I'll be your guide. All right, in this week's podcast, the news of the week and Internet of Things, IOT, is our special video, so stay tuned for that. In the news this week, our lead article, Microsoft confirms that Russian hackers were behind the cybersecurity event that impacted different Windows devices over the past few weeks. These hackers were able to exploit a Windows vulnerability. It's still not known whether that was a known vulnerability to Microsoft or it was an unknown. But Microsoft is working actively to try and address these vulnerabilities and get their systems updated. Microsoft encourages all owners of Windows devices to update them and to keep them current. In related news, back in January, this same organization was able to hack different Microsoft top execs' email addresses and get access to their email, different attachments. Turns out it looks like they were looking for things related to the hackers, but they were able to do that as well. So strike two for Microsoft. In our second article of the week, Apple releases iOS 17.4. Now, this is a critical update. So if you are not running iOS 17.4, you need to update now, today. There were a number of zero-day vulnerabilities that were fixed in this patch. So you need to make sure you take care of this right away. Whether or not you use your phone for work, whether that or your iPad, you need to make sure that you update this one. This is an absolute critical must do immediately. And I hate that word, immediately. It's just spelled with an I. And in our third news article for the week, using the wrong font could actually be a security problem. Well, it turns out that Canva had a font problem. They didn't actually list that it was in any time exposed and actually used as a vulnerability, but they discovered it and they fixed it. This font had the ability to pose a significant security risk, meaning that someone could load a payload onto it or whatever it may be. But who uses Canva? Just using the wrong font could get you hacked because the font was exposed. That's the world we live in, folks. Be careful. And our last news article is really around the cost of cybersecurity. You know, what does it cost? The cost is many and varied, but when you don't do enough, the cost can be something like this. The Change Healthcare site, they're estimating at this point it's going to be down for 30 days. This is huge for healthcare workers across the industry. If they have offices, if they employ people, the understanding is they can't bill right now because the site's not up. If they can't bill, the money's not coming in, they can't pay employees, they don't have income for themselves. This is a snowballing effect. And the 30 days estimate is strictly because that's on industry average how long it takes to get back up after this type of event. So, wow, pay attention to this one. This one is going to get ugly before it gets better. And the last part of this article, Capita disclosed that they paid $32 million in costs related to their 2023 cyber attack. $23 million. Now, most of you, this being a small business podcast, won't have that type of exposure, that level of exposure. Imagine if that was in the thousands, the tens of thousands, depending on your level of financial ability. It could still be absolutely unrecoverable. It could close your business or small practice. And UniCredit was fined $3.1 million for a data breach. Anyone have an extra $3 million they want to loan me? Do I hear crickets? Yeah. So obviously they have a big footprint. They have it was a big data breach, $3.1 million. That is absolutely incredible. What's my point to this? How is this relevant to you? This is a new business model. To say it's new is almost not even true. It's a business model. It's profitable. It's easy to get started. And this isn't going to change anytime soon. So become safe. Treat cybersecurity seriously, or you could be exposed to some of these fines or some of these fees to get your devices back. And depending on your compliance area, if you have any, this could be completely wipe out all your devices, replace them all, keep the old ones for evidence. I mean, this is huge. So do what you can to be safe out there. In our video for the week, Internet of Things, IoT. Have you heard the term? Do you know what it means? Do you have one of those Amazon devices or Google Home, Apple devices? Do you have a smart TV? Does it wake up when you speak to it? Computer? If you have any of those things, you have an IoT device, an Internet of Things. Basically, it's a smart device. Smart. It's a device that pays attention to your voice, is always listening. Are there complications? Are there considerations for compliance, for security, for confidentiality, privacy? You bet there are. So take a listen to this video.
It's been said that in IoT, the S stands for security. Wait a minute. There's no S? Let's start with the basics. What exactly is the Internet of Things? In a nutshell, IoT refers to the interconnected network of devices that communicate and share data with each other over the Internet. These devices can be anything from smart thermostats and security cameras to industrial sensors and wearable fitness trackers. The goal is to enhance efficiency, convenience, and productivity by allowing these devices to work together seamlessly. For instance, imagine a smart office where lights, thermostats, and security systems automatically adjust based on occupancy, optimizing energy usage and security. In the retail sector, IoT can be leveraged for inventory management, ensuring products are always in stock and readily available for customers. There is also the IoMT, Internet of Medical Things, including a huge variety of medical devices that are connected to the Internet to instantly evaluate patients and send the results to other computers. While the potential of IoT is immense, it also brings along certain security risks that small business owners need to be aware of. Some of these risks include inadequate authentication, poorly secured communication channels, and the potential for unauthorized access to sensitive data. Consider the example of a small business using IoT-connected surveillance cameras. If these cameras are not properly secured, they could be vulnerable to unauthorized access, potentially compromising the privacy and security of the business premises. Now let's delve into some real-life examples of IoT security breaches. In 2016, the Mirai botnet exploited weak or default passwords on IoT devices, leading to massive distributed denial-of-service attacks. This incident disrupted major websites and services, showcasing the vulnerability of improperly secured IoT devices. Just a year prior, security researchers demonstrated vulnerabilities in the Uconnect system of certain Jeep Cherokee vehicles, allowing remote attackers to take control of critical functions including steering, brakes, and transmission. Fiat Chrysler recalled over 1 million vehicles to address the security flaws. In 2017, certain implantable cardiac devices manufactured by St. Jude Medical were found to have security vulnerabilities. This raised concerns about the potential for attackers to remotely access these devices, highlighting the critical importance of securing medical IoT devices. Numerous incidents involve security vulnerabilities in smart home devices. For example, insecure Wi-Fi connections, weak authentication, or poorly implemented security protocols have allowed attackers to gain unauthorized access to smart cameras, thermostats, and door locks. In December of 2023, the US government has disrupted a botnet linked to the People's Republic of China. This botnet was used to conceal hacking activities targeting critical infrastructure. The attackers exploited vulnerabilities in networking equipment, demonstrating the broader impact of IoT security on national security. This incident emphasizes the importance of securing not only individual devices but also the networking infrastructure they rely on. Small businesses should stay vigilant and prioritize cybersecurity measures to protect against potential threats to their operations. Mitigating IoT security risks involves implementing a combination of technical and operational measures to enhance the overall security of connected devices and the systems they interact with. To fortify your IoT landscape against potential security risks, consider implementing a comprehensive set of strategies. Begin by prioritizing strong authentication. Enforce robust, unique passwords for IoT devices, steering clear of default credentials to thwart unauthorized access. Elevate your defense with multi-factor authentication, introducing an additional layer of security. Ensure the resilience of your IoT ecosystem by consistently performing regular software updates. Keep firmware and software current to promptly address known vulnerabilities, establishing automated or manual processes for timely security patch implementation. Encrypt communication channels using robust protocols like TLS to secure data transmission between IoT devices and networks. Employ network segmentation as a defensive measure, isolating IoT devices from critical systems to limit potential impacts in case of a security breach. Regulate traffic between various network segments through the implementation of firewalls and access controls. Monitor and analyze IoT data through the deployment of monitoring solutions, enabling the detection of unusual patterns or anomalous behavior in device data. Bolster this with intrusion detection and prevention systems for swift identification and response to potential security incidents. Adopt a proactive approach with privacy by design. Infuse privacy considerations into the development and design of IoT devices, minimizing the collection and retention of unnecessary personal or sensitive data. Prioritize security in vendor relationships through thorough vendor security assessment before procurement. Collaborate with vendors who prioritize security, offer regular updates, and demonstrate a track record of addressing vulnerabilities. Elevate user education and awareness by imparting knowledge on IoT security best practices such as password changes, firmware updates, and recognition of phishing attempts. Foster a security-conscious culture among employees and stakeholders. Prepare for contingencies with a robust incident response planning specific to IoT security incidents. Define procedures for identification, containment, eradication, recovery, and analysis of security incidents. Stay abreast of evolving regulations with a commitment to regulatory compliance. Comprehend and adhere to data protection and cybersecurity regulations associated with IoT data handling. Implement physical security measures to safeguard IoT devices from unauthorized access or tampering, considering strategic device placement to minimize exposure to physical threats. Engage in collaborative defense through collaboration and sharing threat intelligence. Actively participate in industry collaborations, share threat intelligence, and stay informed about emerging threats. Foster collaboration with other organizations, government agencies, and cybersecurity communities to collectively strengthen the security posture of the IoT landscape. By intertwining these strategies, your small business can navigate the complex IoT landscape with resilience and foresight. By adopting a holistic and proactive approach to IoT security, organizations can significantly reduce the risks associated with interconnected devices and systems. Regularly reassessing security measures and staying informed about evolving threats are essential elements of an effective IoT security strategy. All things considered, it's clear that the Internet of Things brings both opportunities and challenges for small businesses. Understanding the potential risks, implementing robust security measures, and staying informed about the evolving threat landscape are essential steps for safeguarding your business in this interconnected digital age.
Thank you for joining us today on CyberSafe News and Views. In the digital age, protecting your business isn't just a choice, it's a responsibility. Stay vigilant, invest wisely, and keep your digital frontier secure. If you have any comments or questions, please leave us a comment down below. We answer all questions. If you found this content valuable, please like, share with your friends, and subscribe. If you have any comments or questions, please leave us a comment down below. We answer all questions. If you found